I was always walking out of school. My mum and dad had split up. My dad was from Manchester. He went back to Manchester, and he come to see he come to take care of us, help my mum take care of us because she was having a breakdown. And that weekend he come down, he abused me, sexually abused me. And he sexually abused me when I was 10, and then I knew about it because I was a dirty little kid anyway. Do you know what I mean? I fancied women. I knew what it was for. I knew what it did. You know, so I knew what he did straight away, and I went and told my mum, and my mum went to get out of bed and beat him up, and I said no, because he was drunk, and I said no, he's drunk. I said just tell him to come back next weekend, but don't be drunk because he's upset me. So he'd come back the weekend after, and he did it again, and he wasn't drunk this time. So you are. Well, he was bisexual anyway, so yeah. Whether you're bisexual anyway, but yeah, there you go. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. So in reflect of that, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this, but I've been having therapy. I've been having trauma therapy and stuff like that. So I didn't know this until she said it. So then, by 13, I was smoking solids. There was never no weed back then. It was all solid, Friggy Black and all that. So I started smoking that, and then by 14, I was smoking heroin. Uh, yeah, I was on heroin from the age of 14 to the age of 19. There was little times where I give it up, and then I get back on it again, and I give it up. Yeah, but I remember this one. I remember this one day, and I had a flat. I had a flat. It was a 2-bedroom flat, and well, I'd had my compensation from what my dad did. So I had 3 grand compensation, and I did. I got him done straight away. Straight away, he was prosecuted straight away. I only went. I didn't go to court. I went to the police station, and there was cameras all in this room, and a big screen. And yeah, and I just said what happened, and then that was it. But after that, like I didn't see a psychologist. I didn't see anyone from a trauma. It was just left. It was just left. Yeah, and then yeah, and then I got on heroin when I was 14. Got off it when 19 was when I got off it. So I woke up, and literally my flat. It was like it was somewhat out of a flat, out of a movie. I woke up, with smackheads all lay on my settee, on my floor, pins all on the table, foil all on the table, and I just went, fuck, what am I doing? I went to the phone. I went and got my. I went and got my score, sorted myself out, uh, and then phoned my mum. And my mum had kicked me out for doing all this. So then I phoned my mum. I begged her. I fucking begged her. I was crying on the phone, uh, and she let me go back. She let me go back. Uh, and then I met somebody. I met somebody, and that took all the time. All the time I was out shoplifting and robbing and everything else. All of that time was used up by seeing this woman that I was with. So you know what I mean? In a way, kind of used it as like an escape from that life. Had a kid with her, fell in love with her. Uh, she had 3 affairs. Broke my fucking heart, kicked me out, and then I was so fucking scared, mate. I was so scared because I was just thinking to myself, what am I going to fucking do? Am I going to get back on it, or I don't want to go back on it. Kind of that. But then, no, I was sent. Yeah, I was selling weed. I've been prosecuted for it, but I was selling weed, and in result of me selling weed, uh, I was exchanging weed for MCAT and coke. No, I've never heard it. But tastes like, smells like cat piss. Smells like cat piss. But yeah, so yeah, and so after her as well. So like I moved away. I moved to Torquay for 12 months, uh, just to fucking like out of sight, out of mind, because she was with someone else, and it was like watching her be with someone else. It was just fucking killing me, to be fair. Uh, and then in result of that, because she fucking hurt me, and uh, she hurt me, so I was scared. I was scared to love anybody else again. So then, so then I become the player. So you know what I mean? A big bag of sniff, two bottles of wine, and I'm getting the fucking ride. And that's just me being blunt as yeah. Uh, and I did that. I've done that for years. I did it for years. I did it for years, and then and like I've always fucked up my relationships. I've tried to have relationships and that, but I've always fucked them up. And the reason I fucked them up is because of my trauma and how I deal with things. You know what I mean? Because me, I'm kind of like the minute I think something's going to be difficult or it's going to get heated or anything like that, or I've got to have there's going to be an argument or discussion. My my reaction is flight, and I'm gone. Do you know what I mean? Uh, could be a day. It could be a day, mate. Honestly, because but then you feel like a dickhead after. It's like, oh, what am I doing? What have I done that for? Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. But yeah, and now I'm getting in a good place. Like I'm still on my journey, but yeah, I'm getting in a good place now. I've been with someone 2 years. Uh, I was drinking a lot when I first. I was, I was drinking. What was that? No, she's good, man. She's good. She's good. She's kind of saved me, to be fair, mate. So yeah, I was drinking a lot up till 7 months ago. I was drinking and other things. Uh, and we went out. We went. The reason I stopped drinking is we went out bowling, and you know that Karen's Diner. You heard of that Karen's Diner? Well, there was this pub. There was this pub not far away from me. It's in Hartlebury, and he was doing a Karen's Diner night. And it said on there that he was having naked butlers there. So, but he was making out that they were hot naked men, but really it was a big fat man. And so I did it. and yeah, I did it, and I did it, and it fucking got to my head because I was taking a piss out of everyone. I was pissed up, taking the piss out of someone, and I got paid 70 quid for it. So I was buzzing. I was like, fucking hell, can't go wrong here. Uh, and then yeah, we went out the one day, me and the family, and I got drunk. Well, I only had like 3 cans, 4 cans, uh, and we went out, and I was embarrassing my brother because I was taking the piss out of everyone we seen, and my brother told me, well, my brother told me to shut the fuck up, and I walked off, and I went in a mood, uh, and shouted at my missus, I shouted at my brother, uh, and then my missus fucking clonked me one because I got in her face, and she went, "Fucking shut up." Which I'm glad she did. Do you know what I mean? Put me in my place. Uh, yeah. So yeah, yeah. You know what? She's very understanding as well. I suffer with mental health. I suffer with anxiety. Well, I've, 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 I've got my depression and my anxiety. I've got to. I haven't had no tests. I do see a counsellor. I see my counsellor. I've stopped seeing. Well, it's a nurse. It's a nurse at the moment. A mental health nurse. I see one of them at the moment. I see that one of them once a fortnight, and that's just talking about what I'm going through and stuff like that. I mean, like my brain is so fucking mad because I've got all these things in my head that I want to do, and then this side won't let me fucking do them. It's, because I stop at the first hurdle. I stop at the first difficult bit, and then I'm just like, fucking hell, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, mm, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I've been off the drink now 7 months, nearly 8 months. I've been off the drink now, uh, and obviously, when you have a drink in a pub and you end up in the toilet, yeah. So the same for yeah, that's it. And it's you know what, and it's weird because like what I mean. If I'm in a good mood, I'm past it now. But the first few months, if I was in a good mood, I'd want some. If I was in a bad mood, I'd want some. If I had a good day, I'd want some. If I had a shit day, I'd want some. And it's like, what the fuck? And then I'd have it, yeah. I'd go around my mates, I'd have it, and I'd sit up the corner, quiet as fuck, not say a fucking peep. Like I've just spent 100 quid to sit at the corner in my mate's house, and I've got no enjoyment from it. What the fuck? I've just sat around someone's house till 5 o'clock in the morning and wasted 200 quid. And what has that done for my life? Nothing. It's not made my life any better. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? Some people are so deluded as well. They just they just don't know what's going on with themselves really. On because they might say, "Oh yeah, I only have it every Friday." I know, yeah, it's every Friday, every Friday. You're on that fucking phone before you're even at work. You're working away and you're on that phone. Fucking stupid, stupid. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If 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 it was just me, if it was just me, I'd say yes. But I've got my partner to think about as well.